by the way. We are addressing trailblazing, we're addressing scrap. And so there are so many different areas of workflow where we are making it just so much more streamlined. And each of those, accounts for either material cost or labor cost. The benefit as a whole is just, I think, going to be game-changing as far as profit margin goes.
Wonderful. Okay, Brad, we ask all of our CareyBrosPros guests to leave our pro listeners with 3 points for success, and now it's time for you to share yours.
Very good. My first is that measuring and cutting is a critical component of workflow on every job site. And, this is where measure twice, cut once comes in. So getting it right, it makes your jobs go better. It provides better quality workmanship and provides for a better customer rapport. And getting it wrong makes your job slower, more frustrating, and hurts your reputation. We've heard this from so many contractors. Second is measuring errors often lead to rework, and rework is one of the major time wasters on every job site. And so eliminating measuring errors is key.
Boy, I resemble that remark, okay. And number three?
And number three, another major time waster is trailblazing. So this is a term that we recently heard used to describe the time that you take to go back and forth between wherever you're measuring and installing material and wherever your saw is set up. And the following tip is true whether or not you use any product from us, and that is using a laser measure or an electronic tape measure to automatically record those measurements into a mobile app or into the unit itself allows you to take a lot of measurements at one time before going to the saw, and that cuts back on trailblazing, and it significantly reduces that labor cost, essentially, of walking back and forth.
Wonderful. That puts a bow on it. A big thank you to Brad Kriel. Brad's the CEO of Velocity Robotics, and you can learn more about their work by checking out their website. It is velocityrobotics.com. But for your convenience, we've posted all the information about Brad, along with articles, videos, and additional podcasts at our website. It is CareyBrosPros.com. And be sure to check it out, and don't hesitate to comment and let us know what other topics you'd like to hear about right here on Carey Bros Pros.
Okay, everybody, hold on to your hard hats. It's time for a quick bro tip from the Carey brothers.
Business Practices 101. Staying in business requires expertise beyond trade skills. Being a top plumber doesn't necessarily qualify an individual to be a successful plumbing contractor. Plumbers work on plumbing. Plumbing contractors draft contracts. Obviously, these are two very different areas of expertise. Here are a few tips that are important to one's success as a contractor. Marketing and advertising. A successful contractor knows that word-of-mouth advertising is important, but that word-of-mouth should only be a small part of a business's overall marketing strategy. Keep in mind that Pepsi and Coke are still advertising heavily after over a century. Sales. Once marketing and advertising campaigns begin to provide leads, a successful contractor must be able to communicate effectively with each new prospective client. First, make a friend by selling oneself. Then sell the business by letting the prospective client know that the business is as dependable as you are. And remember, honesty and integrity are invaluable virtues in all business communications. The estimate. Once the client believes in you as a trustworthy person, it's time to move to the estimate. The more thorough the estimate, the more well assured the client will be with your degree of attention to detail. Never give a discount. Always give the price that you need to make a living, and don't budge on that price. Giving a discount could indicate to your client that you really aren't sure of your price. You may note that not one word of the business advice included here had anything to do with how to sweat a copper fitting or how to join pieces of trim or how to wire an electrical circuit. Being a contractor is different than being a tradesperson.
Well, that's our podcast for today. Thanks for listening to this edition of CareyBrosPros, the podcast for construction professionals by construction professionals. Want more? Check out CareyBrosPros.com. You'll find articles and videos to help make your business a success.